Question number 14 is not a very important question. It is a very normal question. You can do it before the exam. You have to not do before the exam because you have already solved the similar sum before. You just do this sum at least 1 week before the exams, the first exam, before the first exam. That will be very much effective for your. Please don't solve this sum before the exam. Time consuming sum it is. You have to read this much. It will only take 5 minutes to read. The entire sum will take at least 5 to 10 minutes to read. So this is how the time, one by sum, one and more sums. If you start doing more, then it will start consuming 10 minutes. Then if you do one more sum like that, it will take 20 minutes. And if you do one more sum, it will take 30 minutes. Then half an hour is gone. Each and every minute before the exam, that is the 1.5 day before the exam, is very important. You don't have any time to waste other than doing your daily courses, that is eating, sleeping and washroom. That's it. So question number 14, question number 15 are normal sums. You all can manage it. Don't do it before the exams. 16 is the theory part. You can read it. Question number 17 is an important question. Write exam for that. Let's read what it is. Singhania and company owns 6 machines put in use for business. This is a simple sum of half PGBP and half capital gain. So let's move ahead. I've already told you it is half PGBP and half capital gain put in use for business in March 2015. The depreciation on this machine is charged at the rate of 15%. The examiner is very kind. He has already given you the rates at the rate of 15%. This is the rate you have to learn for PGBP. I'll give you the rates. The written down value of this machine as on 1st April 2015 was rupees 8,50,000. 3 of the old machines were sold on 10th June 2015 for rupees 11 lakh. I think I have to solve this sum and show you how to present the sum. A new plant was brought for rupees 8,50,000 on 30th November 2015. You are required to determine the claim of depreciation for the assessment year 2016-17. Depreciation, this is the part of PGBP. This is the part of capital. Compute the capital gain liable to the tax for the assessment year 16-17. If Singhal and company have sold the 3 machines in June 2015 for 21 lakhs, will there be any difference in the above? It is a full part of PGBP. So in PGBP, when I'll teach you all, that time I will do it. Please fold this page like this in the upper corner and write PGBP part. Please remember to solve it. When I'll be teaching PGBP, I'll come back to this sum because I have also folded it so that I also remember and you will also remember it. Okay, so let's see the sum. Wait, I have to solve it, so I'll show you how to. How to solve this sum. You all have the questions, I guess. No, I presumed it. You have the questions. So firstly, write the WDV, write computation. Okay, sorry, it's not visible. Let me take the book aside. Practice manual. Now it is visible. Computation of depreciation for the assessment year 16-17. Particulars rupees. Opening WDV. Let me see the opening WDV is Singhal and company owns 6 machines put into use in March. The written down value on 1st April. On 1st April 2015 is rupees 8,50,000. 3 old machineries were sold before selling the machinery. Okay, 3 old machineries were sold. So before selling the machinery, we have to add purchases. We have to see whether it has been put to use for 180 days or not. So purchase on 30th November 2015, so it is less than 180 days. So firstly add 8,50,000 comes to rupees 17 lakh, less sold for 11 lakhs comes to rupees 6 lakhs. That is, we have to assume that it has been on the first in first out basis. 8,50,000 has been gone. The remaining 8,50,000, that is the purchases. 6 lakhs is from this purchases. So from this purchase it is less than 182 days. Then depreciation for less than 180 days, debt for more than 180 days. So since 6 lakhs is only there, into 15% into half. Simply, if it is less than 180 days, we have to take half. If it is more than 180 days, we have more than 180 days, then we have to take full depreciation. If it is less than 180 days, we have to take half depreciation. So 6 lakhs into 15% divided by 2. 6 lakhs into 15% divided by 2 comes to rupees 45,000. So 45,000 is the depreciation. So let's see, here it is nil. Now see how the book has calculated. Please copy. Please drop proper lines. Now you are solving the sum before the exam, so please do it in a proper manner so that when you read it, you find it easy. It is solved in a similar manner how I have done, but in the fewer sums as we move ahead in PGPP, it will be not in the similar manner. So let's do it. See, 45,000 done. So now let me do capital gain calculation. Capital gain calculation. The capital gain will be calculated for the third part. The second part I'll teach after the third part. If Singhania and Company had sold the 3 machinery in June 2015 for rupees 21 lakhs, will there be any difference in your above working? Yes, there will be difference. If sold for 50, this part is the pure PGPP part that I will be teaching over there, but for time being I am teaching you all. If any of you all be knowing PGPP, then it is for them. Full value of consideration less transfer expenses, then finally net consideration comes to rupees 21 lakhs, less WDV of the machinery on 1481, I'm sorry, it has been an habit to say 1481, 2015, that is 8,50,000, and purchase of the new machinery 8,50,000, 17 lakh. No long term capital gain, short term capital gain. In depreciation always short term capital gains, that's why PGPP 4 lakhs. This is the theory part. Such questions do not come. Please read it. I'll also read and explain you all. But before I do, please pause the video and yourself read it. Many of you all will understood what it is. Let me read now. The provision under section 50 for computation of the capital gain in case of depreciable asset can be invoked only under the following circumstances. This is also a pure PGPP part. I have a theory for this. Please, this entire sum has a part of PGPP. So when I give you all the theory, I'll come back and teach all, because now it is not relevant to teach the PGPP part unless solving the PGPP sums. Question number 18 is also not relevant. If you skip this question, you can also do it. But the very important part over here they have told is this: you can't deduct chapter 6A deductions from the long term capital gain. You should have other income than capital gain, so then only you can get deduction under section 80s, that is chapter 6A. That has been only told over here. So if you want, please put a star mark over here and write it in the theory, or at the very first page in the index where there are in the index, write the section 121 in the entire this para, that is the entire note 1. Please write it. It is very important. Question number 9. Question number 9 is important. I'll be teaching this in the next video because it is a part of asset stock transfer into the business. So we'll be learning that. So have patience.